Hello students, welcome back to math class. In previous video, you have learned about expanded form and short form. I hope you have done with your homework. In numbers, there are before, after and between numbers. Today, let us learn one more new concept, that is before, after and between numbers. First, let us learn about before numbers. What do you mean by before numbers? Before numbers are those which are previous to the given number. Which are previous to the given number. To get before numbers, we have to count backward. When we start counting backward, we will get the before numbers. Let us understand it clearly with few examples. Here you can see I have written a group of numbers 211, 212, 213, 214, 215, 216, 217. So now, which number comes before 217? So you know that to get before numbers, we have to count backward. So when you start counting backward, the first previous number will be the before number. So 216 comes before 217. 216 comes before 217. What about 214? Which number comes before 214? So if you start counting backward, the first previous number is 213 and 213 will be the before number of 214. Tell me now, which number comes before 212? So again, if you count backward, the first previous number is 211. Therefore, 211 comes before 212. Let us solve one more example. I have written numbers from 696 to 702. Which number comes before 700? So here, if you start counting backward, the first previous number is 699. Therefore, 699 comes before 700. What about 698? Which number do we get before 698? So again, if you start counting backward, the previous number of 698 is 697. Therefore, 697 comes before 698. What about 702? Which number do we get before 702? Yes, if you start counting backward, you will get the number 701 and 701 comes before 702. I hope with these examples you are clear about before numbers. Let us solve few more examples on before numbers. Dash comes before 723. Which number do we get before 723? So if you start counting backward, 723, 722, 721. And you know that we have to write first previous number of 723. And the answer is 722. 722 comes before 723. number of 400 is 399. 399 comes before 400. Which number comes before 871? 871, 870, 869, 868. So the answer is 870. 870 comes before 871. Let us solve last one more example. Which number comes before 300? Tell me the answer now. Start counting backward. 300, 299, 298, 297. And you know that we have to write the first previous number, and that is 299. 299 comes before 300. I hope with these examples you are very clear about the concept that is before numbers. Let us now discuss about after numbers. After numbers are those which are next to the given number. So to get after number, we have to count forward. So when we start counting forward, we will get the after numbers. So let us solve few more examples on after numbers. Here you can see I have written numbers from 435 to 440. Which number comes after 435? So you know that we have to count forward. And when you start counting forward, the first next number of 435 is 436. Therefore, 436 comes after 435. Which number comes after 438? So again, in the same manner, if we start counting forward, the first next number of 438 is 439, and 439 comes after 438. Which number comes after 439? In the same manner, we are going to count forward, and the number is 440. We get 440 after 439. So 440 is the after number of 439. Let us solve one more example. Here you can see the numbers from 797 to 802. Now, which number comes after 799? So, if you start counting forward, first number is 800, and 800 comes after 799. Okay, which number do we get after 798? So now you know, if you start counting forward, you will get the after numbers, and the first next number will be the after number of 798. So here the answer is 799 comes after 798. Tell me, which number do we get after 801? Start counting forward. So yes, very good. We get 802. 802 comes after 801. With this understanding, let us solve few more examples. Dash comes after 946? 946, 947, 948. And the first next number of 946 is 947. 947 comes after 946. Dash comes after 800. 800, 801, 802, 803. So you know the next number will be the after number. Therefore, 801 comes after 800. Which number comes after 570? 570, 571, 572, 573. And the first next number of 570 is 571. Therefore, 571 comes after 570. Last, let us solve one more example. Which number comes after 199? Start counting forward. Yes, very good. 199, 200, 201, 202. And the very next number of 199 is 200. Therefore, 200 comes after 199. I hope with these examples you are very clear about the concept that is after numbers. Now let us discuss about between numbers. The number in between two numbers is called between number. The number in between two numbers is called between number. Let us solve few examples on between numbers. Here you can see I have written the numbers from 373 to 378. Here, which number comes in between 373 and 375? 374. 374 comes in between 373 and 375. What about 376 and 378? Which number comes in between these two numbers? 377. 377 is in between 376 and 378. Let us solve one more example. 899, 901. Which number do we get in between these two numbers? Very good, 900. 900 is in between 899 and 901. What about 902 and 904? Which number comes in between these two numbers? 903. 903 comes in between 902 and 904. Dash comes in between 700 and 702. You know 700, 701, 702, 703. These are the order of numbers. So here 700, 701, 702. Therefore 701 comes in between 700 and 702. Dash comes in between 864 and 866. 864, 865, 866, 867. Now here 865 comes in between 864 and 866. between 413 and 415. 413, 414, 415, 416. Therefore, 414 comes in between 413 and 415. Last, let us solve one more example. Which number comes in between 600 and 602? 600, 601, 602. So you know that 601 comes in between 600 and 602. Today you learn before numbers, after numbers and between numbers. I hope today's concept is very clear to you. I have attached the homework in PDF document. Write the problems in your notebook and solve them in your maths notebook. That's all for the day. Meet you in the next video. Thank you.